So before I take a 3-bar reversal, this is the question I ask first. Not just do the candles look clean, but is the location right? We always want to be sure that we're trading from a key level or an area of interest. Here's an example of a 3-bar reversal that has really good confluences and it's happening at a key level. So we can see that we've already created the 15-minute trend line. In addition to making sure that we are trading at a key level, we always want to remember that we're waiting for an opportunity. So we are not entering into a trade until we see our best opportunity, which is our A+ setup. Okay, so we know that we've got a 15-minute trend line break and retest. We can see where the supply zone is, and we can see that price wicks this area, wicks right into that supply area during open. And so that's a good indication that we are getting a nice solid break and retest of a 15-minute trend line. And so this trade happened pretty quickly. Normally I'm waiting for a retest that occurs right after open, but this time I decided that we had good momentum and we had enough confluences to go ahead and take this trade. I'll add one more confluence, which is checking the Heikin Ashi candles. I like to make sure that we have some nice flat tops on those red candles that are going down, and you can see that that has occurred already. And then we can just see price just start to take off. So there's good momentum, and I decided to go ahead and enter into the trade. Okay, and we can see that price is falling, is continuing to the downside. And when we look left, we can see that there is a fair value gap. And so that's the area that we want to aim for, is that fair value gap. So that space between those candles there, that the red arrow is pointing to, is where we think price is gravitating towards. And so that's where we're going to put our take profit, and we have a successful trade. Okay, so that's really good. And now that we're done with the trade, we've decided that we're done trading for the day. We don't get back in because we know from experience that that is not a good idea, that we want to hold on to our profits. On some of these platforms, you can lock your account, so you might want to do that. Just lock it for the remainder of the day because there's no reason to risk the money that you've earned so far that day. So that's really using good discipline. And using that discipline is really part of what's going to make you a successful trader. Okay, and so these are our confluences. Okay, we have a break and retest of the 15-minute trend line. We noticed that there was a strong push down at open, and we kind of wicked up into that supply zone at the top. And we're also trading below the EMAs. And we can see that there was some liquidity below. Okay, and now it's time to review. So let's take a look at our 3-bar reversal. Look at it and we can see that our first candle occurred at 9:20, the second candle occurred at 9:25, and the confirmation candle occurred right at 9:30. So we can see we've got a really long wick here. It swept this area and we had a strong push down. And so there's our 3-bar confirmation there. And we also noticed that even if we had missed this first push down, we noticed that price did come back up into our supply area. And this is the original supply area that we marked. Tapped in, and we did get a 3-bar confirmation here as well. So we did have a push up at 10:25. We had some candles of indecision occur. Remember, it's okay if you have more than one candle of indecision. Then we get a pretty good sell signal here, which is a little larger than that middle candle, and then a stronger push down here. Okay, and so we could have entered this trade also around this area when it tapped into the zone. So we actually had 2 opportunities for a trade on Wednesday. And so what I'll do now is go ahead and take a screenshot so that we can put this in our journal. It's important to go back at the end of the week and look over the trades that you took and review your journal. Look at your winning trades and your losing trades and look at your progress over the course of your weeks and your months and see how you're improving. And so here's our simple takeaway is that the 3-bar reversal is a great signal, but it really needs to be in the right place. So before we enter, we want to check where the pattern's forming. And if the location isn't clear, then it might be better to wait for more information or more confirmation. So if this video helped, be sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments. Are you working on your entry? Trade mindfully.